Someone at the gym the other day asked me about creatine, so I figured I'd make a video here giving my thoughts about it. So first off, creatine is very safe and effective. I typically only have positive things to say about it. And I used to take creatine myself for a few years, but I stopped about 5 or 6 years ago. And I still highly recommend it to most people though. Now, the reason why I stopped taking it was because it wasn't because any particular side effects or like it didn't work for me. Actually, I think it did work very well for me. But the thing with creatine is that to get its most effective benefit, you have to be taking it every single day. Even on days when you're not training, even on days when you're traveling, even on days when you're sick, anything. You got to be taking it every single day. And for me, I just didn't want to feel like I had to take something every day to be at my best. Because on some days when I would miss it, I would feel like a little bit weaker. I would feel not as energized, this and that. But it was all in my head. Because if you miss it one day, you're not going to lose all of the benefit from it. But you should be taking it as consistently as possible. That being said, I noticed that when I did stop taking creatine, I noticed about a 10% decrease in my strength. I'm not kidding. So if like I was benching hundreds on the dumbbell shoulder press, the following weeks after stopping creatine, I was doing like 90s. So I did notice a little drop in that, but this was many years ago. And since then I've gotten stronger. I've bulked more times. So I've surpassed all of those strength metrics of when I was on creatine actually. But for most people, creatine, it's safe. It actually works. It's very cheap and affordable. You don't need any fancy versions of creatine like HCl or any other like designer brand name creatine. Just get creatine monohydrate, the standard one. That's going to be the best bang for your buck while still actually having proven benefit in your body. Minimum 5 grams a day. But if you're a bigger person like me, I'm 6'3", 215 pounds. You can take more than 5 grams a day. And in fact, you might need more than 5 grams a day to get the most efficacious benefit from creatine. So up to like 10 grams a day could be helpful for you. It really just depends on your size and your stature. Now, creatine on top of that, it's got a lot of neurological benefits for you. It helps with your brain function and cognition, memory, not just muscles in your body, but typically that is the most common benefit that people associate with it. What creatine actually does in your body is that it replaces the ATP a lot more efficiently. And the ATP is the energy source in your muscles. So during high intensity training, as you're curling, you're using ATP in your muscles to lift the weight. And then the creatine helps more efficiently replenish the ATP. So in theory, you can do more reps, more volume, more whatever. The whole water bloating thing, I feel like that's kind of hit or miss. I didn't really notice any kind of side effects with water retention for me personally, but I've heard other people say that they have. But overall, creatine is one of the most safe, one of the most affordable, and one of the most proven supplements that actually works for you. So I would highly recommend it for people either getting started in the gym or people who have been training for some time and might be looking for something that can help out a little bit. For most people, 5 to 10 grams a day is going to be perfect, but also you need to be taking it every single day. Don't miss a single day. And if you have any other questions about supplements, health and fitness stuff, let me know. Leave a comment and subscribe for more.